Boy, this brings back some unpleasant memories. Now, of course, over here is the entrance to the old dungeon. The Shrine of the Storm. Ugh. Sorry, I just have some bad memories from this place when this was a Mythic Plus dungeon back in BFA. And then, of course, there is that. Which, of course, I love it when you fly above. Oh, gosh. It's becoming difficult to breathe. Ah! So I'm going to have to make my way towards the raid entrance a little differently. Because if I fly over, it's like, nope. But what I was going to say is I love that how you can see the layout of the dungeon right over there. Like the whole layout, including that being over there, being part of the dungeon layout where you go to fight the boss. I always think it's really cool when it's like, oh, hey, you can fly above and see the entire layout of the actual dungeon.
Abomination is the very embodiment of madness and corruption. Destroy it at once.
Oh, hey, it's this thing. And there's a world quest to get 250 war resources. So there's the raid entrance. May as well take this guy out.
This corruption is best purged before it can infect the Horde.
Shut up, Nathanos. Don't mind the ground being littered with bones and skeletons. Don't just ignore that. Ignore that. Ah, the Crucible of Storms. You know, I can't help but be curious. I was about to do this, but hold on a second.
Whatever Ajara is planning, it can't be good. Stop those Naga in their, tracks.
There it is. Okay. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and show this to you guys because it's relevant. Like I said, this is actually quite relevant right now. Not just because it was relevant for the raid as part of the story and such, but considering what we are about to delve into when it comes to the war within, I guess I should do this as a bit of a reminder to all of you about why we are about to deal with Xalatath in the war within. Now, I've actually also done a separate video on this questline. Actually, I did this questline twice on video. One on the... Or did I do it 3 times? I know I've done it at least twice. Once on my shaman, once on my priest, because I wanted to show you guys the difference of what it's like when you do that quest as a priest. And I may have done it on Nixidin as well, as part of the Alliance storyline. But since we're about to go do the raid, we may as well go ahead and do this.
I believe we should trade with people of all races and creeds.
Oh, medallion, you say? Well, let's have a look at it. I don't have all day, you know.
If you find powerful artifacts, bring them to me. And don't go trying to use them yourself.
Naga. This medallion is inscribed with orders. It looks like Naga have been commanded to invade our shores and seize artifacts of great power. You know, I recently came upon one such object. You see that dagger over there? Nasty thing. It gives me the willies. I swear I hear it whispering to me. I found it nearby at a tall grawl on a makeshift altar. Maybe if you take it there, you'll get an idea of how the Naga intended to use it.
Artifacts of great power belong in the hands of
I like how it's just... Oh, there it is.
Some rambunctious adventure.
Blade of the Black Empire. Once a prized weapon of priests used against the Burning Legion, this artifact has lost its power and is in a dormant state. For now. Much like many of our other prized artifact weapons from that expansion.
That target.
You know, like the Ashbringer, the Doomhammer, or Thalkeel, or Aluneth. Yeah, they're just all just lying around without power, dormant, just kind of tossed over to the side or stored away somewhere. Just, yeah, they're over there somewhere, who knows. Yeah, that's basically how we treated them at the end. You guys ready to hear Claudia Christian's lovely voice once again? The whispers are faint, but they grow louder as you hold the blade in your hand. So weak, need blood, souls. The voice trails off, but you can still sense the dagger urging you on.
Strength failing. I need blood, souls.
Much better. How cruel of that priest to leave me in such a state. But enough about me. No doubt you have many questions. I can offer countless answers. The servants of Xalatath prepare for their master's return. They intend to conjure a scouring storm to wash away all unbelievers. The particular ritual they will invoke requires 3 ancient artifacts, one of void, one of storm, and one of ocean. Even now I hear the void relic calling to me. It is being empowered, or corrupted. I'm not sure which. I see it upon a cliff overlooking a vast sea. Come, demon hunter. We can find a much better use for such a prize.
The Naga seek relics of power to fuel their ritual. They intend to summon a scouring storm that will wipe this world clean of unbelievers. Fanatics. I realize it may be disconcerting to converse with a weapon. Be at ease. I merely wish to see you reach your full potential. Why, just recently I helped another mortal hero defeat the Burning Legion. My selfless sacrifice left me weakened. Sadly, that priest proved short-sighted. You, though, I sense you are truly destined for greatness. We will accomplish remarkable things together, you and I. Magnificent things.
Such a sweet talker she is.
Speak up!
Again, I have done this quest as a priest. So if you're curious about what she says to you, if you are the priest who used her in Legion, like one of the things I remember her saying was, "How could you do that to me?" But it's okay. I forgive you. We can continue to do great things together. Again, if you actually want to see it, it's in my extra stuff playlist. But isn't Claudia Christian just such a sweet talker? Doesn't she have just such a lovely voice? If you're curious about her history, I believe she is known for Babylon 5. And in this game, she also plays Lady Liadrin. I heard some people say that wasn't true, but it's literally listed in the IMDb. So if they're going to list it in the IMDb, I'm going to probably assume that that is actually true. Imagine how much longer this would take me if I didn't have dragon riding. Or as I think it's going to be called in War Within, sky riding. Since the pre-patch will allow us to do this with other mounts, such as the Infinite Time Reaver, or the Antoran Gloomhound, which I cannot wait to test that out. Or to use Invincible doing this. Whee! Hello.
Does she actually think
I'm out
she
of
can
range.
break open the stone? Fool. Were we not pressed for time, I would enjoy watching her fail. Unleash the Void Stone, my champion. It should provide the strength I need to help you find the other two relics. Yes. Yes! It's been so long since I took a mortal form. This body is pleasing, don't you think?
No, I'm sorry.
I knew you were the right choice. Your strength and courage are compelling.
Yes, it is. Sorry, you distracted me for a moment there.
What do you seek?
Yes, this form should do nicely.
The time?
Don't be distracted. We have more to do. I sense another relic. A trident thought lost to the depths. It calls to me. Do you hear it too? Its song takes form. I see a harbor to the east, an ambitious pirate, greedy and proud, completely unaware of the power hidden within her hoard of gold. The would-be captain's hubris will not permit her to simply hand over her prize. I fear she must be taught a rather harsh lesson. But that is your specialty, is it not?
Such magnificence awaits us. A powerful Naga once possessed the trident. Now his underlings seek to recover it. What delicious irony that a pirate keeps such a coveted prize as a trophy.
Sorry guys, that's the rarity add-on. Or I'm sorry, the rare scanner add-on. Obviously, that body she took is going to look a little different in War Within, but yeah, that's how she got that body that we see in War Within. For those of you who may not have actually done this questline and didn't know about that. Oh gosh. Looks like I'll have to actually fly over this mountain, it seems.
Pirates of Freehold grow bolder by the day. We must sow chaos among their ranks. Use one of their own mounts to rain filth upon them from the sky.
Oh, hey. We're in Freehold. Hello.
I could have made Captain.
We got the skeleton key, which means we can get the trident.
Fatality!
So many possibilities.
I never doubted you for a moment.
Open your mind to the whispers.
My strength grows. I can see it clearly now. The third relic we seek, the crown known as Tempest Caller. How fitting that after the fall of a Tal Gral, the gluttonous Toatana would be the one to find the artifact. He was always scuttling about the depths seeking treasures for his collection. Toatana's greed has left him trapped within a cave he can never leave. The crown awaits us there.
The time. It is no mere coincidence that our paths intersect. You are meant to find me. I was meant to find you. A grand destiny lies before us. Surely you sense it as well as I. But enough musing. Make your way to the shores of Vol'dun. That is where the third prize awaits.
Lots of traveling for these relics she's making us do.
Yes, we will have justice.
So now you have to go all the way to Vol'dun, way up there. And then here's the best part. She's gonna make us go back to the raid entrance. And then here's the funny thing. It's going to take me out, and I'm gonna have to make my way back there for us to actually do the raid. So I now realize why this character is getting the achievements. It's because the first time I attempted soloing these, it was on my druid, not this demon hunter. That's why. I figured if I could do it on my druid, which is not as geared as my demon hunter, then my demon hunter would be just a breeze. I'm sorry for those of you who want to see me do the raid and not do this quest line.
Are trying to sneak up on us, but I have something to help you see them. Use it.
I may add a timestamp, either in the comments or in the description, to let you know when I actually start doing the raid if you don't want to watch me do this quest line. But I thought it would be relevant, since it's always cool to be able to get the quest that literally takes us into the raid, to be like, hey, go take out the boss of this raid. I just think it's always like, it adds an extra element, you know? I like it when we get those quests and it's like, alright, now we go into the raid. This is always fun to see. I think it's visually really cool. I've always thought that. Although I still would like to have these guys as an allied race. We're getting the Earthen, but we still don't have the Xalatath. Come on. Come on, Blizzard. That's gotta be the cave. Hello there. Wait, what? Oh gosh, I hope he has a fast respawn timer.
This way. I doubt Toatana will give us the crown willingly.
Yeah, about that. Oh gosh. I didn't see the step of, hey, make sure you find the cave first.
Why, Toatana? I hardly consider that fair of you to say. Well, we will see about that.
I, of course, am hoping that that would just somehow make him respawn faster, but I honestly don't know how fast his respawn timer is. There we go.
I need to get closer.
There it is.
Tell me what you want.
Further proof that you and I can achieve great things together.
Such
So many
magnificence
possibilities.
awaits us.
The relics are ours, as it was meant to be. There is but one more step needed for the great truths to be revealed. The Naga sought to summon their storm from a place that echoes with ancient power. Though this site has had countless names over the ages, you mortals know it as the Precipice of Oblivion. I will go on ahead and begin preparations. Join me there.
Open your mind to the whispers.
I'm even considering getting the quest to go into Ny'alotha and kill N'Zoth before I actually show you guys that. Just because, like, well, I may as well. I mean, I've already progressed a decent amount because I have the cloak on this character. So. I just haven't done the quests that follow that. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna hearth back to Valdrakken, take the portal to Orgrimmar, take the portal to Zandalar, and hop on the ship. Which will take me to Asgard Sound, which will let us go back to the Crucible of Storm. Ugh. I mean, it would have been nice if she had teleported us there, but no. You can also see why doing these on other characters is a pain. Because some of these are not short, and some of these don't have skips. So if you wanted to do this on multiple characters, you'd have to go through this whole thing. And traveling back and forth between the two continents, if you don't have them unlocked, can be a bit of an annoyance. Oh man, the Razagath mount on a Shadow Priest looks really cool.
What is it?
So now here's the fun part. I have to fly all the way up here. Actually, hold on a second. Let me switch mounts. There we go. More appropriate. My Void Slither Drake.
Here we are. Oh, do not be afraid. This was always meant to be.
Yeah. You can probably have a decent idea of where we are. You also notice her body is more like solid. It's like not a ghost or anything anymore. Like she has like a full-on actual body now. Which obviously is going to look a little different in the War Within.
A stone to call forth the darkness. A weapon forged in the depths. A crown for the ruler of all worlds. Hear me, God of the Deep. I have brought you the opener, the bringer of truths, the torch that lights the way. Honor our bargain. Free me to find my own fate.
Go, but the blade must remain to serve my will.
A fair exchange. Shadows guide you, my dear friend. We will meet again. I am certain of it.
See you in the War Within.
I have dreamed your destiny, mortal. The hour is close at hand. That which was sunken shall rise. All that was sleeping shall be awakened. Receive my gift and see all truths before you.
Found a bug, Blizzard. My body is supposed to be facing the other direction. Oh, man. Wow, I am finding hilarious bugs doing these. So now here's the fun part. We now have to go back to Xalatath. By the way, this is now on our head permanently until we find a way to get it removed. Which is a separate quest line, by the way, to get that removed. Because I'm still wearing my actual helm. Oh, never mind. Now it's not showing it because I'm not in BFA. Hold on. When I go back to Xalatath, it'll show up again. I think. So once we turn this in, we'll get a quest to go back to the raid. Isn't this fun? Oh, man. See, back in BFA, it wasn't that much of an issue. Oh, there we go. You are special in the eyes of Xalatath. He sees all.
I will do whatever I must to keep my people safe.
Zandalar is still reeling from the old god's infestation in Oldir. If another rises, this is troubling news indeed. Only together can we turn back this tide.
Zandalar will endure. Mayborn someday see
Your intention to stop the Naga attacks was noble, but the talking dagger tricked you into delivering powerful relics into the hands of our enemies. No doubt these artifacts will be well defended. Gather your allies and return to the Crucible of Storms. Defeat any opponents that stand in your way. Ensure these relics cannot be used against the Horde. And if any shadowy weapons ask you to do favors for them in the future, I suggest you decline. Stop Unat.
Vengeance.
And then you also get this quest.
May your vestments be adorned with the
Dark
skulls of
mojo
your
has
enemies.
fallen upon you. I can sense the tendrils of Nizoth delving deep into your mind. This evil must be purged before it claims your very soul. Go to the altar of Akunda in the Terrace of the Chosen. Seek out Nylok, one of the priests of Akunda. He is your best chance to be cleansed of the wicked curse that grips you.
Loa watch over you.
Sorry, so let's go ahead, since we're right here, before we make our way back to the Crucible of Storms, let's go ahead and try to actually go ahead and do this. I don't think this is too long, actually. I think you just talk to somebody, you do one thing, and then you get it removed, and it becomes a toy, where you can put it on your head whenever you want. I'm just trying to remember how you get to this guy. Gosh, where are you? How do I get to you? Is it down here, maybe? Aha, there you are. Oh, that be a bad one, my friend.
Speak, and the lower listen.
Come closer. Let the power of Akunda clear your mind. Yes, please remove this curse.
Loa keep you. Speak. Loa guide you.
So yeah, there's the toy. That was some bad mojo gripping your mind, hero. But Akunda's power proved even stronger. So you get this toy where you can put that thing back on your head.
The Loa are strong here.
So since I already have it, I'll go ahead and delete it. I think Taliesin said that he kept that on his head the whole time, hoping that it was going to have some kind of a payoff later. And I don't think it ever did.
Any lucky doos you like?
One of those things where he was hoping that it would have some kind of payoff, as if it was, this was the kind of RPG that would have those things planned. And Blizzard was like, no, we don't do that. So the Crucible of Storms, since we're going to be flying back there, let me go ahead and talk about it for a moment. The Crucible of Storms came out not that long after BOD came out.
Aye?
And here's the problem. The raid was tuned in a way where it was very much so meant for folks who had already been raiding BOD. As in, high levels of BOD. Again, this is from what I have learned from people like, say, Preach Gaming, who talked about this from the perspective of mythic raiding. Crucible Storms came out not long after BOD did, and it was tuned and designed in a way as if it felt like they wanted or expected folks who had lots of, say, high-level gear from BOD to bring it to the Crucible of Storms. So if you didn't have high-level gear from BOD, you were going to have a very rough time in Crucible of Storms. Now, it's not a long raid. It's only 2 bosses. Now, the thing is, though, one boss is pretty bad. The other one, though, is actually pretty good. And I'm talking from a design perspective here. The first one is not great. The second one, though, pretty interesting. Now, I would say this is... I can probably guess why this is easier to do now as a solo compared to in a group.
The scent of mortal filth defiles this chamber. They are insolent, unworthy of his gift. He has awakened, and they shall slumber in his stead. Let their flesh become an offering of atonement.
So, the Restless Cabal, Fathul the Feared, and Xalatath the Speaker. Called from the depths to retrieve 3 relics of ancient power, the Restless Cabal is bound to serve N'Zoth or Unzoth and attend to his will. Xalatath speaks of his promises and power, while Fathul crushes their opposition with brute force. Notice they are messing with the 3 relics that we just got. Yeah. So if you didn't do the quest, you'd be like, what the heck are those 3 relics? If you did the quest I just did, you're like, oh, crap. Yeah, Xalatath really played us, didn't she? What can I say? She has a very, very persuasive voice, doesn't she? Why do you think my Shadow Priest likes to always use her as a transmog whenever, when it comes to a weapon? Anytime I get a weapon, I don't care if it's a staff even, my Shadow Priest always has Xalatath as the transmog, because it lets me still continue hearing her whispers, and why would I not want to keep listening to that lovely, lovely voice? So this, gosh, I'm remembering how annoying and messy of a fight this was. I don't think I can fully show it to you because I think it's been changed for solo compared to what it's usually like, but jeez Louise, this fight. There's a reason a lot of people hated this fight. Absolutely hated this fight.
Rapture in his whispers. Kneel in the shadows. You will drown in your terror. All will be consumed. The end of victory will yet be. He will yet claim you.
So, if you're going to come in and do this solo, so normally if you were in a raid group, 3 people would each have to carry these because you need to take these with you to the next fight because they are extremely important and relevant for the fight. But if you come in here solo, you just grab the crown because the crown is all you're actually going to need. Got leggings from that. The crown has an ability called Storm of Annihilation. Releases a tempest for 15 seconds, inflicting nature damage to players and lesser minions of N'Zoth every second. It causes targets to inflict 50% less damage for 3 seconds. Causes Annihilate upon striking a target below 25% health, instantly destroying it and ignoring creature death effects. That's important because it's without using this, you literally couldn't win the next fight. You had to use this on, during the next fight. Otherwise, you just couldn't do it. You couldn't progress. Like, there were times where the fight would stop because you needed to do it, and some people just couldn't get this. I remember in LFR at times, people just didn't know how to use the relics for this fight. And despite that, the way this next fight is designed, the Unat fight...
I can't do that yet.
You'll also notice this thing isn't dying. So how do I kill it? With the crown.
There's a price to be paid.
Hi, Xalatath. Also, this is where I consider this one of the big turning points of this expansion. Because up until this point, it's been all about this ridiculous extra war between the Alliance and the Horde.
You think you know power.
And then this happens. And that's when it becomes clear, oh, okay, we are now getting more so into the old god Xalatath stuff now. Like, it was kind of in the background.
I'm out of range.
During BFA, but it wasn't the focus or anything. This...
You think you know power.
This is where it becomes the forefront, and both factions are about to realize, oh, okay, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be fighting each other right now, since it looks like...
That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet.
Make your hatred the light has struck a bargain with the enemy of all.
These lowly mortals desecrate your shrine, Master. Let us drown them and wash away their defiance.
Patience. Patience. They may yet prove worthy of my gift. I will taste their dreams. Their flesh.
Yeah, too late about that, Xalatath.
Yes, you command. They will serve, or they will die.
Because I've already removed your curse. But yeah, once both factions are about to realize, oh crap, Xalatath. Okay, maybe we shouldn't be fighting each other if the Naga and Xalatath are about to make a move, you know? This is Unat, the Harbinger of the Void. Isn't that an interesting title? When she struck her bargain with Xalatath 10,000 years ago, Queen Azshara offered one of her most devoted followers into the old god's service. Now, Unat and the crawling masses he commands herald the coming of their master, as foretold by the stars. This fight is regarded as an excellent fight. It's very well designed. It's just a little frustrating with an uncoordinated group of pugs. But I remember going through this, experiencing it, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, the first fight was incredibly annoying. The rest is Cabal. But this fight? So as you can see, all three relics are here for us to use, because they are each going to be relevant in this fight. Now, I remember what the crown does because the crown was like literally required to kill the minions in this fight to help progress in this fight. You basically couldn't progress in killing him without dealing with the minions he spawns. The trident would be used by the tank, or the tanks, because they would pick it up and utilize it in order to do things to help, tank stuff, such as using Feedback Ocean, where water magic would overwhelm the caster, making them unable to pick up the trident for the duration. It would create a protective bubble, 75% damage reduction, which would be relevant during the fight. The Void Stone would be picked up by the healers. They could put up a shell that would absorb damage. And of course the DPS would use the crown, like I said, to take care of the adds. As long as they were below 25% health. You had to be careful though, because it could also affect players.
Bow before your true master! His eyes behold every truth, every unnumbered crime. His devoted outnumber the sands, the stars!
So you'll see, this is when he gets the 99% damage reduction. Now he doesn't have it anymore. Another intermission soon?
His gaze falls upon every path, every dream given form.
I was kind of waiting for the ads to show up so I could show it to you guys, but...
Aid your fate!
Insatiable torment. Oblivion tier.
They are worthy.
Yes, you are indeed the ones I seek. The ones to turn the tide. Receive now the greatest of all gifts. My dream has become your own. The circle of stars made flesh. She will show you the way. Come. The hour approaches when all eyes shall be opened.
The Black Blade. The blade that was known as Xalatath rests on the ground before you. Though the consciousness that resides within the dagger is gone, it still resonates with power, almost as if the weapon speaks with another voice, another purpose. You feel a compulsion to bring this artifact to the war chief. Yes, let's take it to Sylvanas. That's a great idea. If you do this as Alliance, you won't find the dagger, you'll just find, like, an imprint showing that it was here, but it's gone, because the Horde player has already taken it. And of course she's going to be an Orgrimmar. Don't question it. You guys want to see Sylvanas again? By the way, I'm actually realizing this character is probably not going to have, oh gosh, what's it called? Nazjatar. I don't think this character, yeah, I don't think she has Nazjatar unlocked. Or maybe she does. I'll find out. Because there's usually a portal in Xuldathar that'll take me straight there. If I have it unlocked, which I think I would have had it unlocked in order to have the cloak for Nyalotha. I think. Because I think you have to have that unlocked, and I've done that, in order to get the quest to do the cloak. And I was going to say, like, well, if let's say that's not unlocked here on my Demon Hunter, then I could do that on another character that I know it's unlocked on. Like I said, I've already done it on my Druid, which, by the way, it's actually, the next raid will actually be good to do on Druid, because there's a portion of it that's underwater, and as you guys know, aquatic form. Aquatic form can be pretty nice in an underwater raid. Just imagine if we had gotten that in Vajir, right? Hi, Sylvanas.
I trust you will not waste my time. I will grow the ranks of the Forsaken. One way or another.
Yeah, sure you did. Once again, you've proven yourself a worthy champion. This blade is the compass that will guide us to victory.
We will. The Alliance believes that by striking down Rastakhan and decimating the Zandalari fleet, they have broken us. That the Horde will soon crumble. Fools. The Boy King has lied to himself and his people. He hasn't the faintest inkling of what he's truly up against. War is a living thing. It writhes, it grows, twisting and turning until its final form is revealed. This war is about to shift yet again. And it will be this blade that guides our way to victory.
Uh-huh. Not in the way you were expecting. It will, but not when it's in your hands. Only when it gets into the hands of a certain dragon. But we'll save that for another time. So now let's go turn in the raid quest. And this will also let me check if I have the portal unlocked, which I'm fairly certain I do.
I fight to protect those who cannot protect themselves.
I'm pleased that you defeated N'Zoth's minions, but something tells me the danger is far from over. Remain on your guard, champion. I fear the old god will be keeping his eye on you.
Zandalar will endure.
At least I'm leveling my Heart of Azeroth, right? Although, joking aside, believe it or not, I actually am fine with that because I continue using it for old time-walking content. Specifically time-walking raids because it still scales well. I'm just saying. Also, note the masks here. That's funny, considering what happened later in the Troll Heritage Armor quest, which didn't happen until recently, but whatever. And yes, I do have the portal to Nazjatar unlocked, so that's nice. So, when we return, we'll be heading to Nazjatar and into the Eternal Palace. Stay tuned.